with one of my all-time favorites. This is all the greatest ones come out of that 40s and 50s era. The crooner songs for Christmas are the best ones, and nobody did Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas quite like. Can't wait to hear what this is.
Sure am. I'm gonna win this. And I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna cheat because I'm gonna take three because I can't pick them. I can't pick between them. The first one is Run DMC Christmas in Hollis.
There you go. That's a good one.
That's a phenomenal song. Eazy-E, Merry Mother Falafel and Christmas, and then DMX Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Boom, win. And I win. And I win.
Boom.
Boom. Lawyered.
Wow. Awful.
I went Eazy-E, DMX, and Run DMC in a Christmas draft.
And completely ruined all of it.
And I win.
No, sir.
Let's go. If you have never heard DMX doing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer,
no, thank you.
You've never lived.
Yeah, no, thank you.
You've never.
Of course,
you've
I've never heard that.
Oh, my. Oh, don't play it. For the love of all that's good and holy. There is.
I'm just curious if it's in here.
None of those three can be played on this show. I don't care if you do find it in the computer. It's not supposed to be there.
I didn't realize you were going to whip out Rap's greatest hits.
Oh,
on
it's
us.
so good. Really? You honest?
Wow.
So I want you to look directly into that camera and tell people that you, honest to God, thought I was going to break out three old-timey Christmas songs.
Yes. I honest to God
It
thought,
should-
because I did not think that DMX had a Christmas banger.
Oh, he does. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. It's awesome. He barks in it. It's tremendous. It's exactly what you think
dog.
it would be.
I'm going to get you there, dog.
It's exactly what you thought it would be.
Stop it. No, I don't need that with my Christmas tunes. That really puts me in the mood. That really captures the whimsy of the season.
Oh, 100% it does.
God.
It 100% does.
Oh, jeez.
Jonathan Welch said, leave it to the boss to ruin Threadbare Wednesday. Hey, exactly.
Yeah.
He played old Brucey boy, and everything just broke.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. And I don't really need to do anything here to win this, but I feel like I could take anything, and I'm going to take the most relevant Christmas song to the 2023 season. About it, and as soon as I get an opportunity, I am going to go listen to it.
Oh, don't worry. 301. I'll play it for you. I got all three of them queued up. I can't hit play on any of them, or we will be elemento fired. Especially that middle one, which is so good.
Which one? The Eazy-E one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Merry Falafel and Christmas. So good.
You only have so much time left, right? You only have like 19 days left to do your Christmas shopping. But you don't have that long to be able to go to our merch store and get merch and have it delivered by the big holiday. So you should probably do that now.
You got some time.
Yeah,
but you get free shipping this week.
But it's not 19 days. What I'm saying is you want to act with a little sense of urgency here to make sure that
because we're not Amazon. We don't. We do not move as quickly as Jeff Bezos's entity does.
No. You want your Sportsocracy merch for the holiday. Got a Jets fan in your life that needs that pain T-shirt. You got a Florida State Seminole fan who really wants that screw the NCAA sweatshirt.
Or robbed.
Yeah. Or the robbed shirt as well. That's a good one. You can
also
click on over to the merch store in the YouTube comments.
We also have a campaign shirt, Green Spencer 2024, making sports talk fun again.
Nice. We try to do that each and every day right here in the Angles studio. We do an okay job of it. We may not always focus on sports, but honestly, I've always felt like if you focus on one thing too much, then, it's like the great philosopher Jack Torrance once said, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. We have to have our nice little Christmas candies and Halloween candies, and I can't wait to do that.
I can't wait for DMX's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer to be on the Hot 100, because it will be. I'll make sure of it.
All because it was mentioned right here in the Sportsocracy.
And because I've already played it no less than 400 times since Thanksgiving.
Good for you.
I guarantee you, anybody that lives within a quarter mile of my house, because we set up the entire sound system. You remember in the previous house, we had the man cave that had all the speakers in it?
Yes.
Well, I found them.
Nice.
And hooked them up, so we have a much smaller house now. And, yep, you're not getting away from that. It literally rattles the picture frames on the wall. And I was 1 o'clock in the morning the other night, just blaring Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Mm-hmm. That's how crimes happen, Jeremy. Your neighbors, they're not fans of yours, are they?
No, God, no. Nobody talks to me in the halls. Like, they just look at me and go, not that guy.
You're in the Sportsocracy, and this is ESPN Asheville. When we come back, it'll be time for the most important message of the day. Plus, we'll talk about that Hunger Games type culture at Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte.
This is your Exergen Temporal Scanner weather forecast on ESPN Asheville.
All right, we're going to put a bow on the precipitation now as we get into the afternoon. See what I did there? Bow, Christmas season. Anyway, partial sun this afternoon, breezy and cool 40. Tonight, partial clouds around will drop to about 26 degrees. And the sun's coming back tomorrow and slightly milder as we get into the mid-50s. But Friday right now is the pick day for the rest of the week. Partial sunshine close to 60. From the Weather Channel, meteorologist Ray Stajic.
This report is sponsored by Macy's Backstage. What will you find at Macy's Backstage? How about the perfect holiday gifts, just $25 and under, like matching family PJs, fragrance sets, toys, and more. Find the latest trends, new arrivals, and great prices at a Macy's Backstage store near you.
Get your home insanely clean with Zero-Res Carpet and Air Duct Cleaning. Call now to get 3 rooms cleaned for only $129 and mention ESPN Asheville to get a free hallway cleaning. Easily schedule online at ZeroResAsheville.com.
Hey, it's Mark Starling from First News on 570, and I've been telling you for years how great Summit Dental is with Dr. Chad Reinhardt. Look, you don't have to take it from me. Check out these 5-star reviews on Google. Summit Dental is amazing. They're so friendly and welcoming when you arrive. They have comfort options that you can request at no extra charge, like a warm lavender-infused neck wrap, pillows, blankets, sunglasses, and warm and cold drinks. I've never had this at any previous dental offices. We've changed our whole family over to Summit. Check out Summit Dental in Asheville with Dr. Chad Reinhardt, home of the comfort menu.
Hear that? That's the sound of new digital instants from the North Carolina Education Lottery. Now you can play right from your phone and win real cash prizes. It may all sound new, but winning, oh yeah, big money, is as thrilling as ever. Register to play digital instants for a whole new way to win. Must be 18 to play. See prize and odds charts at nclottery.com/digital-instance for details. Problem gambling helpline 877-718-5543.
Showtime Sports and Mountain Graphics have teamed up under new ownership by an Asheville native to better serve our community with the finest custom apparel and unique branded items at the best price. Showtime Sports and Mountain Graphics can customize whatever you, your team, business, or local group may need through high-quality screen printing, embroidery, and laser engraving right here in Asheville. Free personal delivery within Buncombe County and a reduced delivery fee anywhere in Western North Carolina. Visit ShowtimeSportsAVL.com and MountainGraphicsAVL.com. Your one-stop custom apparel shops.
Running a small business is no small task. At Home Trust Bank, we work hard to prepare businesses for whatever tomorrow may bring. Your dreams are our business, and we have local experts who can help you plan for a successful future. Dependable guidance you need and service you'll appreciate. At Home Trust Bank, we take your small business banking personally. Visit your local Home Trust branch or anytime at htb.com. Member FDIC.
If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate in the mountains, you need to call the agents at Clarissa Sells WNC, brokered by eXp Realty. Check us out online at clarissasellswnc.com. And did I mention that Clarissa Sells WNC loves teachers? We love teachers so much, we're giving back 25% of our commission at closing. For more information, contact us today at 828-774-6343 or clarissasellswnc@gmail.com.
It is the Sportsocracy, and it is time for the most important message of the day.
Don't do crimes.
Don't do crimes indeed. Let's go to Vermont, where, well, a couple of guys weren't being very Vermonty up there. Got pulled over the other night because they were caught doing, they were all on their bikes, right? So you get the picture in your head of three dudes on these speed bikes, sport bikes, I guess is what they call them. I used to call them crotch rockets, and somebody told me I couldn't call them that. I don't know. Anyway, so these guys were on their bikes, right? And they're just tooling around to the tune of 100 miles per hour in a 35 mile per hour zone. And of course the cops ensued, right? They gave chase. The guys were going so fast that they got ahead of the cops. However, they were able to track their movements, find their destination somewhere. Found out that when they got there, 31-year-old Jeffrey Bohr and 25-year-old Joshua Porter were driving the motorcycles. Here's the thing. They were co-workers, not with each other, with the cops that pulled them over. These guys are Burlington police officers on their downtime, on their little speed bikes, doing 100 miles an hour in a 35 mile per hour zone. You said a weight tank, but there were three of them. Ah, yes. It mentions in the story here that after the first two were caught up to, they had to go back and claim the 30-year-old firefighter that was with them, Bradley McGee, because he had crashed into a ditch about a mile away from the destination of the other two. So all those guys have been rounded up. Obviously, they've been charged. The city says they are not going to give them any special treatment because they are police officers. It's the stones that it takes to think, I can do whatever the hell I want to.
It's ironic you said that because it kind of plays into my story as well. My story is about a TikToker. Her name's Layla Kelly. She's 33 years old. She lives in New Zealand. And apparently, her and a friend had a bright idea for a TikTok video. So they went to a local hardware store, which is named Bunnings.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a brilliant idea to leave presents for the dads in the store.
Okay.
Would you like to take a guess at what they were doing?
I don't know. Leaving chocolate kisses.
No. It's way more nefarious than that. They were leaving their undergarments in the hardware store for the dads. And they made a video of it.
Because they're givers.
Well, not so fast. So they made this video. They put it up on the TikTok, and apparently the people from Bunnings saw it. And they were not super happy about it. So Miss Kelly got 3 police officers in her township that showed up, and they had a gift for her in the form of a restraining order and a no trespassing order.
Yes.
Because Bunnings was barring them from the premises, to which she said, but we didn't actually leave anything in the store. It was just a prop for the video. Now, which is worse? The fact that you didn't actually do it, or the fact that you attempted to do it in the first place? Because I'm leaning to the former. Because, I mean, somewhere there's a Sadman that went, at the Bunnings, I'm going to Bunnings right now. I feel like Bunnings missed an opportunity and a marketing opportunity here.
The panty hunter sale.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come clear our shelves and make sure that they're all gone. I mean, it takes a special kind of business person to have that out-of-the-box thinking to be able to embrace that. But
which I'm one of.
I would give you props for that.
No doubt.
But I understand the response here. The dumber thing to me would be that you didn't actually do it.
See, for me, I would turn this into the panty drawer sale, and all hardware and drawers are 50% off.
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Marketing.
Build your own drawers.
I accomplished a few things in college. Most of them didn't have a grade to it, but I did accomplish a few things.
That is great. Yeah, I'm more upset that they didn't do it.
So that's where I was at.
They didn't pay it off.
I read that, and I went, liar!
And that's all good, and it's all well and good, right, that you didn't do it. But as the business owner, I'm not feeling better about that. Because if anybody saw that, then you've already created the problem for me. Because now I have just the highest quality of clientele that are coming into my store to look for the things that they think you left behind.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm not cool with that. So, yeah, I'm good with you don't get to shop here anymore. You can go down the street to Stevenson's or something. Maybe those uppity folks over at the Home Depot will take you in. Cannot come to Bennings anymore.
Yeah, it's not a super high class not a super high class clientele that's like, I saw a girl that was here on TikTok and she left something for me. Oh.
Why are most of those guys named Scott?
At Sports Tech ESPN for all of our friends named Scott.
I hadn't got one of those yet today, so I was just waiting for the Twitter drop for me. All right, Adam Black in the YouTube comments.
I have still yet to get an appropriate response to why anyone would ever listen to All I Want for Christmas by Mariah Carey. You can message me on Twitter at ESPN Draft Nerd or the show at the Sportsocracy.
Yes. I got one. How about every time I hear that song, I get the picture of her in that Santa costume, and that doesn't suck.
No.
I mean, the song's terrible.
It's still not enough to listen to the song.
But at least I have the image of young 20-year-old Mariah Carey in her Santa Claus outfit on a snowmobile. I'm fine with that.
I can't believe neither one of us in a whole Christmas song draft, neither one of us drafted Santa Baby.
Yeah.
The only reason I didn't is because I couldn't pick who I wanted to sing it, because there's been some good ones.
To be honest with you, that would have been close to my worst list. I'm not a big fan of that song. Even when Eartha Kitt did it, when Madonna did it, I just, for some reason, I'm not wild about that song.
Kylie Minogue or Ariana Grande. They've both done it.
Have
both formidable.
Do they have videos to go along with those?
Yes.
Okay, well, we might have to check those out after the show as well.
And crimes. Tomorrow on the show, Tank does crimes.
It ain't crimes if you're just looking. I've had to tell my wife that a lot.
If you ever needed a show that really, if you ever needed an episode of the show that really encapsulated how stupid we both are, boom.
Yep. Here it is. You're in it, ladies and gentlemen. History being made. Adam Black, big Panthers fan. He saw the article on SI.com that says the culture at Bank of America Stadium under David Tepper and when Frank Reich was still in the building, and I'm sure none of it has really gone away, said it was a Hunger Games type culture with the franchise. Here's a quote from the story. Team sources described a Hunger Games culture at Bank of America Stadium. Coaches said that they believed other staff members were text messaging David Tepper behind Frank Reich's back about the issues that they saw with the team. In one instance, general manager Scott Fitterer and an offensive coach went to Tepper with a coaching suggestion for the quarterback. This is dysfunction to the highest level. And it made me think, like, remember how high we were on the front office and David Tepper for bringing in all these smart guys to be a part of the rebuild here? You've got the disgraced coach in Frank Reich, who just got fired from Indianapolis. You bring him in. He's the face. He's the CEO guy. And then you go out and you get all these upstart guys, right? The Ejiro Evero, who has aspirations of being a head coach, could be one in this cycle. Maybe not, but he'll get a lot of interviews. He will not
be one in this cycle.
He'll get a lot of interviews. You got Deuce Staley, who's been up for jobs. Josh McCown, who's been up for jobs. Jim Caldwell, who's had a lot of jobs. You bring on all these guys, and we go, oh, this is an all-star group, and if there's any culture that's going to be good, it's got to be this one, right? But now, I mean, if this is correct, and Jeremy, some of your inside sources, some of the things they've been telling you about what's going on down there, I would say this plays right into that.
It does.
And now is that the best idea? I mean, just because you have up-and-coming brains, maybe you got too much talent in that room. Because you got everybody out for themselves, right? And nobody wants to be attached to the 1 and 11. So here you have, let's call it, they didn't say who it was, so let's just call it Josh McCown, the quarterback's coach. Him and Scott Fitterer having their separate meetings with the ownership about what should happen. And then, it's bad news.
Well, this is why you don't do these arranged marriages. It never goes well. And I'm a little bothered that I didn't see this coming because so few of these guys had any relationship with each other coming in.
Mm-hmm.
I always laugh when a coordinator gets fired or a coordinator leaves or a coach gets fired and now you have a high-level coordinator that's available and every team wants to bring that guy in.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't always work. Because you got to understand, at the end of the day, a football team is very different from virtually any other business because you have to, in some regard, be out for yourself unless you don't. Kansas City is it's this personified. Eric Bieniemy wanted more credit, so he moves on to Washington. And Andy Reid did not stop that, even though it was a lateral move. Why did he do that? Because he had Matt Nagy that he knew he's been in this building. It's fine. We won't miss a beat. And in large part, they haven't missed a beat. It's not Matt Nagy's fault that none of the receivers can catch. Steve Spagnuolo, he's been a head coach in this league. He's been the coordinator there forever. Mm-hmm. He has no aspirations of bigger things.
Mm-hmm.
So you keep a level of synergy. It does make sense to go get the smartest guy in the room. The only thing you got to know is when you chase high-end coordinators, you're not always just getting a high-end coordinator. There's more things that go into that. That guy could be looking at his next destination. You could just be a stepping stone for him. And I'm not saying that about Ejiro Evero or anybody else on the staff. It's just this was a very big hodgepodge that was put together with no real continuity. And you entrusted Frank Reich to lead it, who had a history in this league of, well, not necessarily being the best leader.
Mm-hmm. It was the Madden version of front office building.
Yes.
You went through and you went, what superstars can I get? I need a superstar defensive coordinator. I need a superstar offensive play caller. I need and you went to get the best guys for the job. And that makes sense, right? That makes sense in the business world for the most part, right? You got a sales job open or you're trying to run a sales business. You go out and you get all the hammers you can. I go get 10 of the best hammers. I don't care how they work together as long as they get my stuff sold, right? It doesn't work the same way in sports. Like you got to have you got to have the right pieces to fit together, obviously, to make the car go, right? And I think on this one, you got way too many guys who had bigger ambitions, and nobody wants to take the fall. Nobody wants to work as a team to get things done. Josh McCown's out here trying to make a statement because he needs to lift Bryce Young. He needs to make him a star to get his next head coaching job. And the same thing with everybody else. Everybody's out for themselves, and nobody wants to take credit for the misfortune or the dysfunction within the building. And that's part of the reason why you didn't get your fired coach bump this past week against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, even though that game was supremely winnable. Right? Tampa they're not a team that you can't beat.
It was definitely on the plate to be won.
Right. And normally you would. Normally you'd have that galvanizing thing. But apparently in that building, you still have everybody pointing fingers. One defensive coach, an anonymous Panthers assistant, that was quoted in this story, said that's what everybody's doing right now. Everybody's just finger pointing, hoping that they don't get exposed as the weak link.
And that's kind of where I'm at with Carolina is what can you point at and say, yes, that's going well?
Mm-hmm.
I don't have one. I don't have any one thing that I look at and go, yep, that's good. But we need to retain that moving forward. It's a complete teardown again.
Mm-hmm.
And this is hard on a young quarterback who's come in and not been particularly good. There's been very little to be happy about. And he was one of the most ready-made prospects we've seen in a long time.
Mm-hmm. And here's the thing. Unlike the Hunger Games, I don't know that there's a survivor in this. That's the idea. If you're not familiar with the movies, the idea is you throw all these people into one contest, they fight to the death, and the winner is the winner, right? It doesn't stop till there's only one man standing. I don't know that there's a man standing at the end of this, other than David Tepper. And that's the freaking problem. He's the only one that's going to survive this, and I don't know that you're really ever going to be real relevant with David Tepper calling the shots. He can learn.
I don't know. This will be one of the most interesting things to watch over the course of the offseason because you got to understand this is a position that's not very attractive because you're tied to a quarterback that you had no role in selecting. There are a lot of stories coming out about dysfunction from the top down, and you don't have a first-round pick in an excellent draft, and there's really no way to get back in because even Brian Burns, let's say you came off him, I'm not sure that he's getting outside of the 20s. I mean, a team in the 20s might be willing to come off a first-round pick for him. But, I mean, you got to – not only do you have to give up the cost, you then have to pay him. So it's a tough time to feel good about anything that's going on there.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a very specific kind of coach that's willing to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And Panther fans have super lofty expectations of what's going to happen here, and I think you should probably mitigate those. Right. I keep hearing Bill Belichick. Why in the world would Bill Belichick want to do this?
I would encourage you to stop doing this to yourself. Carolina Panthers fans, you've been doing this to yourself since forever, right? You didn't want John Fox to be your head coach. I don't remember who the discussion was. It was probably Bill Cowher back then. Every time this job comes open, everybody wants the superstar. We need to back up the Brinks truck for Jim Harbaugh or whoever is available. John Gruden back in the day. It's not desirable. It's not a desirable job. And here's the problem. You're going to set yourself up for wanting Jim Harbaugh to come in and take this thing over. What you're really going to end up getting is, I don't know, something in the wheelhouse of a Jack Del Rio.
Oh.
Then have fun with that and see where that takes you. Hopefully they'll go younger.
No, they'll do better than that.
But I'm saying that's the level that you're looking at. Mm-hmm. You're not getting a superstar to come take this job because it's too damn risky for them to put their neck out there.
I tend to agree.
You're in the Sportsocracy. This is ESPN Asheville.
If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in real estate in the mountains, you need to call the agents at Clarissa Sells WNC, brokered by eXp Realty. Check us out online at clarissasellswnc.com. Download our free app on Google Play or the App Store. Type in Asheville Home Search. You'll be able to connect with our team and see all the available homes for sale in our area. For more information, contact us today at 828-774-6343 or clarissasellswnc@gmail.com.
This year, we have plenty to celebrate. From reuniting with loved ones to welcoming new family members. From rediscovering the great outdoors to perfecting Let's Stay In. At Ingalls, we're so proud to play a part in your everyday adventures and all your celebrations. So here's to taking a pause and taking it all in. Merry Christmas from Ingalls.
Showtime Sports and Mountain Graphics have teamed up under new ownership by an Asheville native to better serve our community with the finest custom apparel and unique branded items at the best price. Showtime Sports and Mountain Graphics can customize whatever you, your team, business, or local group may need through high-quality screen printing, embroidery, and laser engraving right here in Asheville. Free personal delivery within Buncombe County and a reduced delivery fee anywhere in Western North Carolina. Visit ShowtimeSportsAVL.com and MountainGraphicsAVL.com. Your one-stop custom apparel shops.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop to opt out. Terms and conditions apply. For full details, see unlock.com/legal.
Lisa, thanks for having me over. Your new kitchen is gorgeous. How'd you find the money to do it?
We worked with this great company, Unlock. They help you unlock the future value of your home to get the cash you need today.
So it's a home equity loan?
No, it's not a loan at all. There's no monthly payments and no interest charges ever. And you can use the money however you want. We were able to redo our kitchen and pay off our credit card debt.
Wow. Jack and I could really use this to finally pay off our old student loan debt. How do I get started?
It's easy. Just send them a text.
Text VALUE to 323232 to unlock the value in your home and get up to $500,000 in cash with no monthly payments and no interest ever. Pay off debt, improve your home, add your retirement fund. It's up to you. Just text VALUE to 323232 right now to see if you qualify. Text the word VALUE to 323232. Text VALUE to 323232 now.
You've been miserable with joint pain for so long. You want and deserve relief, but you keep putting off that call to QC Kinetics. Now's the time because QC Kinetics is rolling out something huge. It's a voucher for $500 off your first joint pain treatment. Whether it's your knees, hips, shoulder, or back, the QC Kinetics voucher applies to any area. This is a limited time offer. QC Kinetics is the largest regenerative clinic in the country with tens of thousands of satisfied patients who are able to get lasting relief with no surgery, no drugs, no downtime. Reach out to the team at QC Kinetics today and ask them, how can I get a $500 off voucher? They'll walk you through the steps and get you started on your way to relief. Don't wait. This is a limited time offer. Call for your free consultation today. QC Kinetics, 828-333-9517. That's 828-333-9517. With locations in Asheville and in Greenville. Again, 828-333-9517. Limited time only, not valid with any other offer.
Dirty Perky shark back flat. I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not gonna take this anymore. Shark back flat.
Let the hate flow through you.
I told you I knew some things and some stories have broken over the course of this show that, well, weird. They're exactly what I told you. That there's a player in the transfer portal that's asking for over $5 million to come to an individual school. I cannot tell you who it is. I have a feeling I know who it is, but it is not confirmed as to who that person is. Mm-hmm. Now, there's another story that has come out from your school, the University of Georgia, that Carson Beck has apparently told Georgia that, well, I would love to come back. Mm-hmm. But for me to do that, I'm going to need $4 million. I started this show off with college football is dying. You just don't know it yet. It's getting more obvious by the day if you really want to watch it. Because we're going to get to a point, as was said earlier in our YouTube chat, that college football is going to turn into the minor leagues for the NFL. And any player that really wants to get to the big boy leagues is going to have to play for one of the big boy programs. There are other stories coming out over the course of the day, including right here from the University of North Carolina, that a player came into the office of head coaches and said, I'd love to come back, but I talked to my parents and my NIL advisor, and, well, I'm about $100,000 short. College coaches don't have time to deal with this, nor do they have the desire to deal with this. Something is going to have to be done in terms of oversight from the top down. The problem is that it's going to have to be done by an entity that is absolutely so clueless that they couldn't figure out that an undefeated Power 5 team probably should not be told, no, you're not good enough to play in our little title game because, well, you don't pass the eye test. This is an entity that if it had any form of intelligence from the top down, I would say they could probably fix this, but they don't. Jerry Tarkanian once famously said, USC gets in trouble and Fresno State gets punished. Well, this is exactly where we're at. You had a problem. You had a big problem. You knew it was coming, and you did nothing to stop it. And now it's getting worse by the day. And we have absolute unabashed free agency in college football. Some of you don't care, and that's fine. And I'll make a bet that those of you that don't care, you're probably fans of one of those schools I talked about earlier, the Georgias, the Ohio States, the Michigans. I got news for you. It's coming for you too. Because now we actually crossed this threshold quicker than I ever thought. Of the money has gotten so stupid, and it's coming from so many different places, that they're doing it to the Kirby Smarts of the world. And it doesn't matter if they're a great quarterback or if they're a guy like Carson Beck. I got to get my money, whether I earned it or not. College football in 2024. I'm mad.
You're in the Sportsocracy. This is ESPN Asheville. We will be back with you tomorrow at noon for a threadbare Thursday. And tomorrow's different. We're actually going to be doing the stock watch.
State of the NFL.
State of the NFL. How's your franchise looking for the future? We'll see you then.
This is your Exergen Temporal Scanner weather forecast on ESPN Asheville.
All right, we're going to put a bow on the precipitation now as we get into the afternoon. See what I did there? Bow, Christmas season. Anyway, partial sun this afternoon, breezy and cool 40. Tonight, partial clouds around will drop to about 26 degrees. And the sun's coming back tomorrow and slightly milder as we get into the mid-50s. But Friday right now is the pick day for the rest of the week. Partial sunshine close to 60. From the Weather Channel, meteorologist Ray Stajic.
The holidays are the happiest time of the year. That is, unless you or your loved ones are miserable because of colds, sinus infections, or allergies. This holiday season, give the gift of better breathing with Navage. What makes Navage so effective? Well, unlike cold and allergy drugs that might take a long time to help, if they're effective at all, Navage provides fast relief from sinus congestion in 30 seconds flat. Navage doesn't just relieve symptoms, it attacks the cause by sucking out the germs, allergens, and viruses trapped in your nose that are making you feel miserable. Best of all, Navage does it naturally, without drugs. Wash away your cold and congestion problems this holiday season. Add Navage to your gift list so you can breathe easier, sleep better, and feel healthier all year long. Ask for Navage at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, or find us online at Navage.com. Navage, Navage. Clean nose, healthy life.
Don't miss Golf Shop Radio this Saturday from 8 to 10. Presented by PlayGolfMyrtleBeach.com, the golf capital of the world. Mark Greenhouse and Matt Blanchard go from tee to green and everything in between. Welcome to the Golf Shop.
Gillette Intimate gives guys a gentle and easy shave on there. And around there. And even under there. Don't treat your groin like junk. Respect it with Gillette Intimate.